welcome to another episode of Cape and Cowl Unlimited, the place for everything superhero and all that's awesome in between. I'm your host Alex Burns, and this time I'm joined with Sam Burns, my bro. How you doing, man?
Very well, man. Very well indeed.
Excellent. Today we're bringing Sam in because the topic of discussion is Batman, Telltale. They're making a game. It's coming out. We're huge Telltale fans. What's your favourite Telltale game?
Oh, hands down, Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us. It's incredible.
Based on the Fable series. Super awesome show. I mean, we're The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Sam and Max, Tales of Monkey Island.
Oh, going back a while.
So many Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands as well. Telltale are just one of my favourite studios. They put out like the best sort of story-driven gaming content for adventure games, and the idea, the fact that it's happening with a Batman property, a Batman franchise, is really exciting. So today we're just talking about what we want from this game, what we sort of got a vibe, because the trailer didn't really give much away at all.
Nothing.
What are your hopes for the game, dude?
My hopes for it? Well, we're really lucky. Once again, we've been spoiled by Batman, haven't we? We've had the Arkham series. Incredible. Yeah. But there's got to be a difference between these two in terms of we had everything from the Arkham series. It was all singing and dancing. Yeah. It was combat, everything. Like each game gave you something new and different. With these ones, I really do want it to be just a detective side to Batman, because you've got a little bit of that in the Arkham games, right? But I want it to be like just more like a simple story and just, well, not simple, but not all the big characters we're used to, maybe.
True.
Maybe more of the underground stuff, like maybe like Year One Batman kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's what immediately springs to mind. Looking at the basic logo they show at the end of the trailer, the fact that everything they've been doing, everything they sort of build up towards in the trailer, it's Batman's arriving in Gotham. Yeah. It seems like this is the first time he's coming. You have news reports of people responding to the fact that the police force can't handle the organised crime that's going on. So you think they're going to go for Batman taking on the mob. We saw it in Batman Begins, as you say. We saw it in Batman Year One, Frank Miller's epic series. If you haven't read it, get it, because it's sweet. They did an animated movie on it as well. So it's a very, very popular sort of trope to deal with that first year of Batman's career. He comes into Gotham and basically announces himself to the Falcone and the families that are established in there. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, of course, the ink sort of splashing on the paper to sort of reveal the comic images. So it looks like they're going to go for that sort of cell shaded look that we've seen
more like
them
maybe
do
like
before.
A noir kind of thing as well. Do you think maybe that'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
It'd be perfect.
It'd just be like a really like back down to the basics of Batman, what he is, like the world's greatest detective.
Yeah, strip away all the gadgets, get him down to almost like a 1930s story. The animated series did that so well. Hey, he had high-tech gadgets, but he wasn't Iron Man. He's rivaling, like Iron Man these days with his tech, and he's got to get with the times. But I love the earlier pulp sort of stories that you have with Batman, where he's a bit more of a swashbuckler, he's got, you can tell how he was inspired by Zorro and those old-fashioned detective stories as well. And I'd love for Telltale to really tap into that, what will be interesting, I think Wolf Among Us is a perfect comparison, because of course it's comic book property, but it's also you play Bigby Wolf, a detective, with a real dark side. He's almost, it's a straight sort of Batman. Batman is going to have to ride this line between figuring out what his limitations are, because when you're talking about Telltale, you're talking about making choices, and choices that you're going to want to go back and do the other version. With Batman, he's such a morally strict character who never cross certain lines, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of choices get presented to the player.
What options you are given at the end of the day, because it will be, I personally think it's going to be very like down to earth Batman, like a lot with the mob, like underground sort of stuff, and maybe it will build towards a bigger character, so maybe someone like Black Mask or like the mayor at that time. But I'd also like to see him work with the GCPD as well, like those have like Gordon, have Gordon's like first few years in the GCPD.
So when you're talking about cast, who's going to be in this game? You're thinking Jim Gordon, Alfred, supporting character, the mayor of Gotham. I think definitely the crime boss is Falcone for sure.
Harvey will probably be in it as well, because they love to have Harvey as like his before he becomes Two-Face.
That would, there's so much room, because you think in 5 episodes, that tends to be what Telltale does. 5 sort of 2-3 hour long episodes each. And you could tell a Harvey Dent story, you could tell a Jim Gordon Batman story. There's so much room for that. Yeah, and I think Catwoman would be perfect to introduce as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Selena Kyle. You know, maybe she becomes Catwoman through it, but there's someone to present. You know, do you let Catwoman go, or do you give her to the police? Those are the sort of choices I'm looking forward to making. What do you say to Harvey before he gets turned into Two-Face? You know, things like that are going to be really poignant and fantastic. And yeah, I do think because they've done the supervillain so well in the Arkham games, it'd be great to strip it back and have Batman just going up against regular dudes. You know, even the Joker, if they could hold back on him.
Yeah, I would like to see a game without a Joker, because we even got that a bit with Arkham Knight, where we were like, we liked how they did. It was clever how they involved him, but you can't. It was incredible, but it would be great to now just have like a Batman away from the Joker, if you know what I mean.
Because I mean, Telltale, as long as this game's good, you expect there'd be a Batman season 2.
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I mean, we've got huge freaking and high hopes for this game, man. I can't wait for it to come out. It's due out this year. There's sure to be more announced on it as we approach sort of the summer season. So get ready for more announcements. Keep it locked at Cape and Cowl. Keep watching, and thanks very much for joining us. Let us know what you want from the Batman Telltale game, and keep watching. We'll see you guys soon. All right.